Sergio Studios. Extra. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sergio Dominguez with another animation look through, and this one is for episode 119 of The Sergio Show. There are some very elaborate animated shots to this episode. The story's a little bit of a mess, but it's an excuse to bring back evil Sergio for a continuing storyline, and I mentioned this in the commentary before, but there's some shots I want to break down that I'm very proud of. Not this, even though it's just simple, just animating the camera going boom, and then thump. I never knew who controlled that camera. That's a nice shot. It was taken from the back through the hole in the wall. I don't know if that was implied well enough, but it was like, uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, these are two still images, I think, from the previous frame and next frame, and I just fade transition to both. Yeah. Yeah. All right, this shot coming up, very complicated, but very funny, because this is inspired by a lot of us who grew up in the 90s with these toys from the 90s. There was a toy where you can like make your own plastic rubbery figure, and you would have to mix some things and put it in a tray, and it becomes your own bug or creature, whatever. Remember growing up at that time, those toys were popular. So that's how I want to bring back evil Sergio. He's made out of chunks. He becomes a liquid, and then we turn him into the solid figure that he is. But this animation shot was so complicated. Now, if you notice, design-wise, there's the green from the evil substance, skin pigments here, the evil eye colors here, his shirt, and a couple other things. I just took all the colors that made evil Sergio and just put it into pieces, literal chunks. Now, this shot is complicated. If you can see some animation errors or technical errors that I couldn't fully figure out, but you can see the outline just gets thin right here because it goes from this solid drawing to a mask, I think. It's been a while. Yeah. Had to turn this into a liquid, and I think, yeah, this is a solid drawing of the thing. Yep. And it's going through a mask. I think two separate masks. One of this disappearing and one of this pouring. To have that poor look, which works well, actually. Yep. Yeah, surprisingly good. And it becomes an empty jar, but you can still see the bold outline. The used to be bold, but now thin outline of the jar. The water's already added because I didn't add a shot of. I think I boarded this. I don't remember. But there was a point where I had this planned out, and I realized, these kinds of toys need water to go with it. But I didn't want to add water, so I just added a sign that said, this is already with water while the chunks are in. So water first, then the chunks. Then they're shaking. When I did production for this, I took broken crayons, put in a cup of water, and shook it, and that's where the sound effect came from. Then it goes into a tube. A lot of camera work in this one. Then this funny looking device, I think I drew this and design this. If you've seen the art look through of this season of the show, I think I did draw and set this up. These little like beaker looking things spinning around. Then the camera on this, where this is in a obviously in a case, a mold of evil Sergio. How did he get all this? I don't know, and I can't question this sudden added character into the show, and then removed later on. But this is a mold, funnel, pouring, and obviously when you cook something from a toy, you use a light bulb. A big one in this case. So you have that whoop. Now again, the liquid. This is also like a color liquid using the filter, but yep. Filter here with a mask. Yes, mask. And it went down to here. I thought it was two separate, but no, it's one whole mask with spacing, and it went down. It actually came out really well. Look at that. Boom. Oh, doesn't it just bring back memories, folks? Oh, yeah. And the movement does feel like it has like texture to it since it like pours like syrup. And a little bit of a light. That was good. Very proud of that. All right, he's done, and he's awake. He's awake. But he's like, "What's going on?" This is a cool little shot. I never done something like that, where he just like he stuck himself out, pop, but his arms were at this angle, and I think I did I alter this or did I switch arms? Oh, I altered the pose a little bit. Yeah, so I altered to get that perspective. And then it pops back to the original like arm poses. In a mastermind! I think I took a model from Mayor or something or some other design and just altered it to like this. The character wasn't going to last. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. But it gave Evil Sergio another sense of purpose now that he's brought back. I had more ideas with him after season 11. And it was fun to execute this. You see where he lives with all these stolen animation pieces, and I just doodled them all real quick. First, legit drawing, model sheets, a mobile of these tracing paper cells. Yeah, a couple of maquettes and figures. Again, tracing paper. So not animated yet. I think I cut out a line for that one. This is an interesting shot because he had to walk forward. I don't usually walk forward, so I was like, oh, let me try to figure this out. So that's the best I could do. I don't think I figured it out properly, but nice try to animate forward. In this scene, I think I took it and I just repeated the cycle, but I changed the cell and just drew on it because yeah, that could work. Because you only see one on top of the other like that, not in a pile. He's just like, I want to be evil. I always take one pose and just animate to it. Yeah. And try to simplify the whole process while still getting a lot out of it. But there's still a lot of character movement. Like here, like, oh, I'm pointing to myself. A lot of talking. Yeah, I didn't have enough weight to it. It was just walked and it was just floating. There needed to be a little bit more weight. If I could have just animated the whole body while it made a step, as I should have. But it's okay. Same thing with this. Oh, that's a good one. This shot's a good one. Yeah. It's like, oh, they shake hands, but I want Evil Sergio to kill Anna Mastermind for this sake, but I don't want blood, I don't want gore, I want violence. So usually you would cut to the shadows, like I did here. And I think, let me see. Is this a, yes, it's a drop shadow effect. And I think I put them both in, yeah, we'll put both of them into the shadow. And that's how it's silhouetted like that. And I think I positioned it specifically to it. Let's see. Yep. I think I just animated a punch. Cut to it. He's dead. You got yeah. You do see a little bit of blood, but yeah, I forgot I put blood. Oh, it's been a while again since I've seen this, but I thought there was no blood, but no, there was blood. Like cartoony. Oh, gradient blood. Well, that makes sense, blood-wise, but Sorry about that. But yeah, this is where he takes over everything. And it's not animated yet. I think that's a rejected line. And I do want to do a sign off here as myself, so I'm shoehorned in that one. And that's it. That's all for this animation look through of episode 119 of The Sergio Show. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And follow me on my social medias if you want to. And questions, comments down below. Again, thank you very much for watching. I am Sergio Dominguez saying, have an animated day.